There's a law in the books in one town that's allowing homes to be demolished, and it's catching hundreds of people by surprise. Here's the I-Team's Pei-Sze Cheng.
This was the lot, and as you can see, there is nothing left.
Phil Williams stands where his house used to be.
This was the town of Hempstead. They just came in and they took everything. They leveled the house. Literally, they took the driveway out. I don't see how the driveway posed a threat to anybody.
Razed to the ground because of Chapter 90, a town of Hempstead law that allows building inspectors to identify dangerous buildings and demolish them.
There's no judge involved. There's no court involved.
In December of 2014, the Navy veteran went to Florida for knee surgery. When he came home months later, his house and decades of memories were gone.
What did they do with your belongings?
They claim they have no responsibility for what's left in the house.
So you don't have anything that was inside that house?
I came back and there was nothing there. I received nothing from anybody.
That was in 2015. Years later, the town of Hempstead is still using Chapter 90 to demolish homes they deem to be dangerous or abandoned. Currently, there are 850 open cases, including this house in Garden City.
It seemed to me that they just took him out of the house and put him on the street.
Nancy Bernius has many questions about how her cousin Robert Tynan, seen here in a picture taken 30 years ago, ended up being found dead 30 miles from his Garden City house in a Suffolk County park.
Robert had some diminished mental capacity, really not able to fend for himself outside of his routine parameters.
That was Nancy's take on his condition. They had lost touch, but she learned Robert's house had been condemned last June, and he was evicted from his home.
Well, who determines how dangerous the house is?
According to records obtained by the I-Team, it was inspectors from the town of Hempstead Building Department who boarded up his house in June of last year, citing hoarding conditions, electrical hazards, and debris 2 feet high.
I don't want the county or the township to come in and tell me they're tearing it down and it's going to cost X amount of dollars. So I think that I should be the one to make that decision, not them.
Hempstead's building commissioner told the I-Team the department's sole responsibility is to make sure the dwelling is secure and safe. Back in West Hempstead, Phil Williams is suing the town and the contractors responsible in federal court, saying he wasn't properly notified.
This is really a case about due process of law and everybody's right to have their day in court.
Court papers reveal the town sent notices to Phil's home via certified mail, which doesn't require a signature. Chapter 90 law states clearly, only registered mail is sufficient evidence of notice of service. This 4-page report, completed and stamped by a registered architect, recommended the house be demolished. The lawsuit also targets him.
He didn't bring any tools, although the code prescribes certain measurements need to be met. And he did it on a visual.
How can you take down somebody's house and not know what's going on?
Despite the fact that building department officials know Robert Tynan is deceased and his family wants more time to weigh fixing the house or tearing it down, the town has scheduled a hearing next week when the board will vote on the fate of his house. Pei-Sze Cheng, News 4, New York.
Hey YouTube, thanks for watching this video from NBC 4 New York. You can stay up to date by hitting the subscribe button below me. Also on the left, you can see some of our latest updates, investigations, and features. We'll see you next time.